Hey guys, welcome back. So we finally got the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer, which arrived today in both foreign and domestic. And as far as the differences between the two, it's really just the way they start, but with us getting two teasers, it almost feels like a full trailer. But what I wanted to do real quick is just talk about some of the things that just jumped out to me at first. Because from what we know, just following Marvel fashion, that what they're doing with the trailers is mainly just cutting together pieces from the first 15-20 minutes of the film, and then sprinkling in a little action from the middle of the film, and then the third act is just a complete and utter surprise. And I'll go ahead and say right now, I'm pretty sure the stealth suit is what they'll save for the end after they figure out Mysterio. Because I'm pretty sure for quite some time during the film, he's gonna have everybody fooled, thinking that there's this world threat which he created, but it takes everybody by surprise, but then, lo and behold, he comes to save the day. But I'll talk more about that in just a little bit. But first, after watching both trailers, both the North American and the international trailer, there was something with the original suit that I just couldn't figure out. Because when Peter opens his luggage and the TSA agent sees a Spider-Man suit, it makes you think for a minute like, wait, in the US version, he didn't even bring the suit. So it makes you think like, okay, is like one of these just not in the film? Or was this just a moment where he hesitated to take it with him and he ended up packing it anyway? Which may very well be the case, but we won't know because Marvel just loves playing with us. But speaking of case, I do like the touch that they added with Uncle Ben's initials, Benjamin F. Parker, and how it does like a subtle job of gently reminding you how important Uncle Ben is to Peter Parker, especially with Peter Parker getting his powers like 6 months prior to Captain America Civil War, to which in full scope will make Uncle Ben's death fairly recent. And although we don't know the exact time frame between Spider-Man Far From Home and Avengers Infinity War or Avengers Endgame, I'm pretty sure after we've seen Avengers Endgame, once it's concluded, we'll be able to make a pretty close guess. Because as far as this teaser, it ain't giving up none of that. But I do like that we got to see Aunt May actually embracing Peter Parker as Spider-Man, especially after the way that Spider-Man Homecoming ended with the WTF moment after she seen him in a suit. And then we got Happy getting a little too happy and shooting a shot at Aunt May, which is something we've seen with Tony before, and I'm sure Peter gets this a lot. But with Tony Stark being either engaged or possibly already married at this point, and Happy spending as much time as he does with Peter and Aunt May, you can kind of picture over the course of time him getting a little more comfortable and feeling like, hey man, I might have a chance. And then reality hits him and he realizes Peter can kill him with his bare hands. Like literally, like he reevaluates life at this moment. Like if Happy had a spider sense, this would be it going off right now, because danger is imminent. But the next thing that I had on my mind was just Nick Fury, who just loves breaking into different Avengers' homes, hiding in the corner, and sparking up a conversation. And it's like in his mind, it worked with Tony Stark, it worked with Captain America, why not do it to Peter? Who, by the way, looks terrified, like he's gonna defend his life with a toothbrush, which is just hilarious. But I'm pretty sure that just from the looks of it, that a lot of the rumors that we heard and a lot of the comments that we got from both Tom Holland and Jake Gyllenhaal together are pretty accurate to the type of film that I believe we are to expect, with Nick Fury recruiting Peter to stop these elemental creatures who may be characters that we'll see later on in other Spider-Man films, because each one very much has the traits of different villains from his pre-existing rogues gallery. But I'm almost certain that the whole thing with Mysterio is that he's creating these creatures and he's just posing as a hero just for more likes and followers, and really just being the Nightcrawler of the MCU. Which I can't wait to see, because we've never gotten Mysterio before. And I think it was a really good choice that they made, because it really makes it feel fresh, and the accuracy of just the way he looks compared to the comics is just phenomenal. But I do gotta say though, in that very last shot when the kids were just comparing him to different Avengers or whatnot, a couple of things ran through my mind at this moment. Because one, why would you compare him to only Thor and Iron Man as if you've never seen Doctor Strange before? Like come on, he's flying with a cloak, the green constructs, like it seems a little magical, but it makes me think for a little bit like how much has changed after Avengers Endgame, because from the conversation we know clearly that Iron Man and Thor are still there. But did anyone come back different? Did any of the survivors change? Because it's not like they speak of them in the past tense, and it's not at all like they got a comment like, oh, you mean that guy that died in space? And that comment alone would probably take Peter to a very dark place. But it did make me kind of curious about what we're going to see in Avengers Endgame and how much back to normal things we're going to get after Avengers Endgame brings all these people back, because most of the people seem to be their normal selves, especially Flash.
Who is that guy?
He's like Iron Man and Thor rolled into one.
He's no Spider-Man.
What is it with you and Spider-Man?
What, he looks out for the neighborhood, has a dope suit, and I really respect him. Sup, dickwad?
But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Did you notice anything that felt a little different? And we'll chop it up in the comments. But that'll do it for this one, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Alright, later.